I have done so much work since last week. I am feeling a lot better. I did have a cold last week, but I've pretty much gotten over it. So while I was trying to get over my cold this week, I did a lot of work in this world. There's a lot of stuff that I have to show you. I got a lot of it on flashback because I couldn't record because I didn't have a voice, but we'll get into that in a minute. Right now I want to show you, look at this. All of the trees are gone. It took a long time, but I did learn a few tricks on how to make it go a little bit faster. Because if you'll remember, I mean, you can see there in the background, these trees are huge, so they took a while to chop down, but I did learn some tricks. So the main thing that helped me chop down these trees super fast is I connected all the trees together with logs. So if you chop down one tree, if it's connected to another tree, it chops down that tree with it. So like as you can see, I just connected all of these trees together and then used a wooden axe to chop down the tree because I didn't want to waste iron or any other resources that I had. And I figured out that you can use a wooden axe to chop down, you know, a huge fraction of the forest, and it would only affect one axe. So I was able to cheat the durability on the axes, because normally if I chop down the trees without connecting them, it would break the axe immediately, but by connecting them like this, it only affected the durability of the axe one time. I don't know if that made sense, but I think you can kind of get what I'm trying to say. And then the other thing I did is, if you look at the map, you can kind of see the areas that I've started planning out. So I built an XP spawner right here, and then over here was the villagers. This is where some of the villagers are that I had for trading. This is going to be my villager breeder farm if I can get it working. I haven't really made sure it works. I need to AFK over there and make sure it works, but it's built, you know, it's ready to be tested. These are just villagers that I've been trading with. Like I have a mending villager, I have a silk touch villager, I have an unbreaking villager over here. I still haven't decided what to do with this yet. I'm still planning on just tearing it down and maybe turning it into a farm to get those totems, but I'm still trying to decide on what to do with this area. All of my storage is still at this house. I have plans to put my base like right here next to the river, so I will eventually have to move my storage over here, but it's not built yet. I have started carving out all these weird hill formations. I started working on it. I've gotten decently far, but I've been working on a couple different projects all at the same time, so I haven't gotten that far. So I haven't completely leveled it out like I want to. A lot of people might get triggered by this, but I'm a very trust the process type of builder. So you may see me doing crazy things. Just trust, okay? Just trust that I'm gonna make it look good. So I typically, and this is the crazy part, I like to completely level out an area. So I will level this all to this level, which is 65. I think maybe over there it's 64 and over there is 66. So I'm going to level out all of these areas, and then from there I'll do terraforming. So as you can see, it's already starting to get kind of flat right here, and then I did some up here too. But yeah, I also like to flatten out areas because I'm used to building on creative worlds where I do a super flat. So I'm used to building on super flat areas anyway, and it just makes terraforming easier for me. I can, you know, map out the area a little bit better. Also, mining it out like this, where it's all one level on a super flat area, gives me all of these resources. So I don't have to go mining, because I hate mining. I really hate mining. If I can avoid mining, I'm gonna avoid mining. So that's another reason why I like to completely flatten an area. A few other things before I show you the flashbacks. I made these. I got a hammer and an excavator. An excavator is for dirt and a hammer is for stone. And I also have a magnet. So this magnet is gonna bring items to me so I can collect them in my inventory faster. These are great. Love them. They've helped me mine this area out super fast. I was using the villagers over there to mend these tools, but it was just taking way too long. So I built this XP farm. So this is my XP farm. I don't usually follow a tutorial with an XP farm. I've been using this XP farm for years, so it's always worked for me. It might not be the most efficient XP farm, but it works for me. It works for what I need it for, and no need to change something that already works, you know? I started off by building the area where the mobs are going to drop into. And then from there, I made an area where the mobs are going to be pushed by water. And then from there, I made the box where the mobs are going to drop into. So this is pretty much the build. It's always worked for me. I've never had an issue with it. The only issue that I had this time was actually a mod. So the Silkier Touch mod is apparently broken. As you can see here, I tried to place the spawners down and they just disappeared. So I had to install a new mod that lets me silk touch spawners, and I had to go to a new ruined city to find the spawners that I needed. But I was able to find them, and look at this. They actually placed, and there go the zombies, and it works. So yeah, I have an XP farm now, and I'm really excited because it was taking forever to mend my tools with the villagers, but with this, it's pretty fast. And also, if you see that, they drop these loot bags, which is another new mod I installed, and they drop different things. These are some of the things that I've gotten from these loot bags. I got a totem from a loot bag, but that was in a rare loot bag. And I've gotten, all these goodies, and I've gotten a mending axe, I got a silk touch axe, I got diamond boots, I got this diamond chest plate. So yeah, you can get some really good stuff. So the XP farm is just 2 spawners right now, but I have like 11 zombie spawners in total. So if I wanted to, I could extend it to this side too, to at least have 4. I could even do this one right here, and then one in the back, making a total of 6 spawners. But this has been working for me so far, so I don't think I should have to expand it anymore. If anything, maybe I'll just expand it to 4. I think 6 might be too much. But look at that. Look at all that XP. I really don't think I need more than 4, probably. The XP farm isn't finished. Obviously, I'm not going to leave it ugly like this. This is just something quick that I wanted to do so I could mend my tools. I'm going to build a nice exterior. I do want to put some redstone lamps on the outside so I can turn it on and off, but yeah, I'm going to make it look real nice. I don't have any plans for the design yet, but I'll probably go in creative mode and mess around and figure something out. Speaking of going into creative mode, I have decided where I want to put my base. I always like to put my base near the XP spawner because, if I'm in my base and I'm organizing all my stuff and all my tools need mending, I can just run over to the XP farm real quick. But this is where I've decided to put my little house. Look at it, it's so cute. I'm so excited. I don't have all the blocks that I need yet. I need to gather those. But hopefully by the end of the day, I will have this thing built because I am so excited. It is so cute. And I need a place to live. This is the back of it. The back of it leads to the river. So it should look really cute. I'm really excited. So I will have this built very soon. So another thing that I forgot to mention is I found Pale Oak. I had to travel nearly 20,000 blocks, but I was able to find Pillow. So this is how far I had to go to find that pillow. Oh jeez, it was further than I thought it was. Look at that. Here it is. So yeah, I had to go really far to find it. But there's a lot of pillow back here, so I have a good supply of pillow now. Look at how far that was. I had to go all the way right here. The other thing that I really wanted to show you was the stuff I've been doing with the villagers. So this is just a temporary little build that I made for the villagers. Obviously I'm going to build a big trading hall for them to stay in, but this is just a temporary thing. So I've got a couple villagers in here. We've got this guy who has mending, this guy has unbreaking, this guy has silk touch. So we've got a couple of really good enchantments here, and then these are the guys I've been trading sticks to get emeralds. And then this is just where I've been keeping all the fur logs so I can turn them into sticks to trade. Then over here, this is where I've built my villager breeder farm. I really don't know if it works, but this is the design that I normally do for my villagers. It usually works. I've never had a problem with it, but I mean, I haven't seen them make a baby yet, so maybe it won't work. I don't know. I have to AFK to test it out, but let me show you how I built this. So I start out by building the area where the farmer is going to work. The farmer is the main part of this build. It's the most important part of this build probably. He is going to harvest all these plants and then he's going to throw them at the other villagers, and then once all the villagers have enough plants, hopefully they make babies. That's the idea of this farm. So I built the area for the farmer first, and then off the side of it I put the place where the beds go. The babies love to jump on beds, so the babies will try to go over to the beds, but there's trapdoors. The babies think they can walk on the trapdoors, but they can't, and so they fall through the hole. And then down at the bottom of the farm, there's an area where I collect the villagers, and then I can move them from there. So it's a pretty simple idea. It usually works. I haven't had an issue with this farm so far out of the thousands of times that I've built it, but I don't know, we'll see. I haven't AFK'd here yet, so I don't know if it does work. I also need to find bread to give them. It also might speed it up if I put another farmer villager here. Right now there's just one farmer villager, so hopefully it works. I don't know. I will keep you updated. I don't really have any plans to work on the villagers anytime soon. Right now I just want to keep working on my base because I already have villagers that have mending and silk touch and unbreaking, which were the main enchants that I needed. So right now I don't really have any need for any other villagers, so I probably won't be dealing with villagers for a little while. But this is the area where I want to put the villagers. This area over here on the map on this side of spawn. That is pretty much everything that I did while I was sick. Lot of world planning. Also, I added mods. So one of the days that I was really sick and probably had a fever, I went on the internet, was looking at mods because there were a couple mods that I wanted to add, and I got carried away. I got really carried away. I'm gonna be honest. And I went from 99 mods to like 156 or something. So I added a lot of mods, and check this out. This is a notes mod. This is really cool. I'm the type of person that likes to take a lot of notes because I have a pretty bad memory. So this note app mod, really convenient for me. I know it's such a simple mod, but it's one of my favorite mods probably. On the server that I play on, we don't have this mod, so I have to use a book and quill to keep notes. A book and quill, I mean, it's not that hard to get, but if you don't have the supplies for a book and quill, you have to go find the supplies and then write your thoughts down. By then, if you're anything like me, you probably will have forgotten why you needed a book and quill in the first place. So this, all you need to do is just press a keybind and enter your thoughts into a little note. So this is the only note that I've made so far. This is a list of the mods that I've added. So here are a few of the things I wanted to tell you about that I added. So I added new structure mods. I didn't add that many, just a couple. A few that I've never used before. So this is to encourage exploration because you saw my map. It was crazy from when I was trying to find all the blocks that I needed. So I added a new structure mod to encourage more exploration because I feel like I've already seen a lot. So by adding more, it might encourage me to explore again. So new decoration mods for interior decorating. These mods added a lot of cute blocks, which is what I originally wanted to play modded Minecraft for, was for decorating and building. So I added some new decoration block mods, and then I added new hostile mob mods. So I added a lot of new scary challenging mobs that drop loot bags. Y'all saw the loot bags. The new mobs, as I was traveling, I was like, these hostile mobs, they're kind of boring because it was just the vanilla ones because I didn't add any other mob mods really besides friends and foes. So there wasn't that many new mobs. It was just all the vanilla ones. So I added some new scary ones. There's some crazy looking zombies, some skeletons, just a lot of crazy scary stuff. And then I added just a few more friendly mob mods, like a lot of new fish. There's a few other friendly mobs, but these are all mobs that you can interact with. And then the last one is new villagers. There's a botanist, and then I forget what the other one is called, but they both sell you plants. And I really want to focus on plants in this world, so they're going to be able to sell me a lot of the plants that I want to get. Like the botanist has most of the plants from the lush cave, which is really good because I know I'm going to need a lot of moss, and then I'm going to need a lot of rooted dirt, which he also sells. And then the other one, he sells seeds and saplings, so should be pretty easy to get all the plants I need with these two new villagers. So yeah, so the next time I'm playing off camera, I can just use my notes app to write down things that I need to remember to tell you. So pretty exciting, a lot of progress being made. I don't really have any like adventures that I want to do right now. I do want to go to the Nether because I need some glowstone, but I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. Pretty much I think that's all I wanted to do this week. I worked a lot off camera, so this is an episode just to catch you up on what I've been doing off camera. Basically, there's not really much to do other than that. I got to build my base, which I still haven't collected all the materials for yet. So let me collect those materials and then maybe I can get started on my base.
3 days later.
So it has been a couple days. That was honestly more work than I thought it would be. I had to grow the trees and gather them, so it took a while. And then a lot of the blocks that I used were like special blocks, so I had to figure out how to make those. But it's done, and I'm so excited. Look at the vines on that island. You can see how long it took me just based on that vine growth. But look at it. It's so cute. I love it so much. You know what? Let's look at this with shaders on. Gotta use the BSL shaders. Those are my favorite. Okay, here she is. I love this build so much. It is probably my favorite build that I've ever done on vanilla or modded. I'm just so excited to like decorate this place and terraform and make it look good here. This house, I actually based this house off of a video I saw, and it was a video of someone making a little cottage on Sims, and I thought, wow, that's so cute. I want to see if I can recreate that in Minecraft. This is the user. I'll link the video in the description. Go check out that video, but here's a screenshot of what they built. So yeah, I think you can kind of see where I drew inspiration from their build. Also, here's the back of it. I made a big back porch because I want to do something with the backyard. I think we have a lot of room. The river's right here, so we could do something with the river and then have a huge backyard. And then there's the XP farm over there. But yeah, I'm so excited. Do you want to see the inside? I haven't done anything with the inside yet, but there's so much room. So much room to do stuff. Here is the upstairs. I don't really know what I'm put up here. Probably my enchanting table, maybe some potions. I don't really know, but there's a lot of space up here. Downstairs will be my bedroom and the kitchen. It's kind of a little bit of a weird layout, but I think I can definitely work with it. And then downstairs is where I've got my storage. And this place is a mess, please ignore it. I'm gonna change this completely. I just needed a place to stick all of the materials I've gathered from terraforming. But yeah, this is it. And down here I'm actually probably gonna try to set up some basic storage mod storage. So I've got these that I need to make this thing. So you build it like this, but then you need an Eye of Ender to activate it. I'm pretty sure that's what you do. So I'm gonna have to get some Eye of Enders, which means going to the Nether to get blaze rods, which I do want to go to the Nether because also I want one of these things and you need a netherite ingot. But it's really cool. It lets you find any block in the game within a certain radius. So yeah, but this is my little house. I'm so excited to start decorating this. It is so cute. I'm glad I did this style because I don't usually build cutesy little houses like this, but I love it. Really, really love it. So I think that's pretty much it for this episode. This episode took a lot longer to make than I thought it would. I had to do a lot to get this house built. Oh, I also thought if you wanted to build this house, I could put the schematic on my Patreon for you to download. And just go check out my Patreon for fun anyways, because I have a lot of builds on my Patreon that you can download for free too, so go check that out. But yeah, maybe next time I get on, I can see if the vines have reached the ground somewhere over there, and I can climb up there because I really need some amethyst. And there's amethyst up there, so maybe next time I record I can do that. Okay, I'll see you next time.